Good morning, my name is Chabiru Niputeri. I'm the team leader for the registrations department. Today I'll be taking you through the process for registering a security business. The first thing that you will need to do is to visit the CIRA website, www.psira.co.za. When you reach the website, you will get an option to click on SSP online registration. It will be on the middle right of your screen. The moment you click on it, a pop-up will come up that will say the easiest way to get your registration. You'll get 3 options to select from. That will be the security officer, security business, and the in-house security business. Today we'll be focusing on the option for security business. Once you click the option for security business, a pop-up will come up again. It will ask you, are you currently registered with CIRA? And then it will give you 3 options as well. If you registered, you will go to claim your profile. And then if you already claimed your profile, you will click on login. And then if it's a new registration, you will click on no, register now. As soon as you click that option, another screen will pop up that will need your details. You will put in your company name, then your first name, and then your surname. Then you will also be required to put in your date of birth, your cell phone number as well, and then your email address. Before submitting this screen, please make sure that the details that you have put in are correct, like your cell phone number and then your email address. Once you have put in your details, then you will see an icon for clicking I'm not a robot. You just tick there that you're not a robot, and then you submit. As soon as you submit, a pop-up will come up that will say, please enter the 4-digit verification code that was sent via email or SMS. So you will just check your email or your SMSs to get the email address, to get the OTP. Sometimes the network might be a bit slow, so after a few minutes, if you don't receive the OTP, you can just click on resend OTP. So at this point, when you go to your email address, you will get about 4 emails. So one will be welcoming you to CIRA, another one will have your login details, another one will have your OTP. So throughout the application process, CIRA will be communicating with you via email. Once you have entered the OTP, another screen will pop up that will say, thank you for starting your registration process. Continue to dashboard. So you will click on continue to dashboard. There in the middle of the screen, it will say, please finalize your security business registration. Once you have clicked on that, proceed further. Once you click on complete your payment, a screen will come up that will tell you the terms and conditions and also the amount that you need to pay. Please go through the terms and conditions first, and then at the bottom of the screen, then you will click on agree to proceed to the next screen. As soon as you click on agree, another pop-up will come up on the right hand of your screen. It will say, please choose your payment preference. You can pay using your credit card or your debit card, or you can click on bank payment, that will be your EFT. Once the payment goes through, a pop-up will come up as well, thanking you for making the payment. Then it will take you back to your dashboard. The first thing that you need to do on your dashboard now, once you've completed the payment, is to upload your business logo. Not a picture of the director, the logo of the business. It should be in the format of a picture, not a PDF or Word. Once the logo is uploaded and you feel that you don't like it, you can still click and re-upload again. Once that is done, on the dashboard you can also see the latest updates. It will show you at what time and on the date when you submitted your application, and then it will also show you the payment that you made. So in future, when your application is still in progress, immediately when you log into the dashboard, you can just click on the latest updates. It will show you who reviewed your application and so on. Then you will proceed to click on complete your profile. One thing that is important to note when you're completing your profile is that please complete all the tabs in order. Please don't complete the business details and then go to declarations. Once you sign the declaration, your application will be submitted even though you did not complete the other tabs. So if you feel that when you're going through the documents, you find that maybe one document you don't have or whatever happens, please don't sign the declaration. You can log out, and then when you are ready to complete the application in full, then you can come back, complete all the tabs, and then the last thing should be to sign the declaration. So on the business details, you'll see that the application number is there already, and then the business name is there already because you entered it when you started the application. Please note that the business name should be typed exactly as it is at CIPC. And then on the trade name, if you do have a trade name, then you can just enter it on trade name. It's not compulsory. You only enter it if you have it, as long as it's a different name to the actual business name. And then the other mandatory tabs, it will be your SARS number. That is the income tax number that will appear on the documents that you receive from SARS when you're registered for income tax. And then the next part will be your business registration number. That is your registration number according to CIPC. And then the other parts that are compulsory, it will be your triple BEE status. If you are not rated, please feel free to just click on not rated. If you are, please select the level. And then the last part that is compulsory, you will select the type of business. For most of you, it will be small because it's just you as the director. You don't have employees yet. And then the last thing, you will select the type of business entity that you are. If you're a company, you will select company. If it's a closed corporation, if it's a foundation or other, you will click on these options. The last part will be to select the services that you are interested in rendering. You can select any number of services that you want. You can even select all of them. There is no extra charge. Once you are done completing the screen, then you will save and go to the next screen. The next screen will be the address tab. On the first part, it will be the street address of the applicant business. That is the address that your office is going to be at. It's not your home address. So you will enter the address as it is on your proof of address. And then you will select. The mandatory tabs will be the address 1, address 2. You can put your street name, the name of the suburb, and then you select your province and the city and the suburb. If your street address is the same address as that of the administration office, you can just click on same as physical address. And then if it's the same as well as the postal address, you click on same as applicant business address. Then you will see to put the telephone numbers. You will just note the ones that have an asterisk next to them. They are compulsory, an asterisk or a star. The business telephone number can be the same as the administrative telephone number. and then you will save. If for some reason when you save it does not go through, you can just go back to your address and check that the city and the suburb is updated. So you'll just ensure that it saves all the details there. Sometimes it may take longer for the system to give you the suburb. You can just refresh. And then once everything is completed, you click on save, you go to the next tab. This tab is the one that will take you a bit longer because that's where you need to upload all the required documents. The first thing that you will do, you will see that at the top of the screen it says please download template for specimen resolution, suretyship and SERA 24. These are templates that you will need to print out. You click on them, you print them out, and then you complete them and upload them on the relevant space. So this will be your specimen resolution. It needs to be completed on your letterhead, and then you will just complete the missing words. This specimen resolution will need to be signed by all the directors and members, and then dated as well. The next form that you'll complete will be the suretyship form. It needs to be handwritten and not typed. You print out the form, and then on the first page you will see that it will say I or we, the undersigned. This will be the directors or members. You'll enter your full names and ID number. If it's 5 directors, then there's 5 spaces for you to complete your full names and ID numbers. If you have more than 5 directors, you can just attach another page for the extra directors to complete their ID numbers and full names as well. And when you scroll down in the middle of the page, it will say herein called the applicant business. Here you state the business name. Then you proceed to scroll down. There'll be a space for initials. Here on these blocks, it will be the initials of the director and then the initials of 2 witnesses. If you have 5 directors, that will be the initials of 5 directors and then 2 witnesses. On the second page, it's the same thing as well. It will be the initials of the directors and 2 witnesses. And then on the last page, you'll see a space where it will say thus done and signed at. You will write the place. If it's Centurion, you write Centurion. And then on, it's the date in the presence of the undersigned witnesses. On signature, it's only the directors who should sign. Your witnesses will then go on to sign under witnesses 1 and 2. Then the same thing that you did on page 1 and 2, you'll do your initials, and then your witnesses will do their initials as well. The next form that you will download will be the SERA 24A form. The SERA 24A is basically about the infrastructure of your office. You will complete the form. It has about 5 or 6 pages. The first page you will complete the business name and the address of the office, the physical address of the office. And then the pages that will follow, it will be questions that will be asking you to tick yes or no. They'll be asking you questions about your office. For example, is it an immovable structure? Do you have one room that is dedicated as an office? You'll be asked to state also the telephone numbers, the email addresses, and also list the equipment that you have. Once you have completed the form in full, then you will sign the last page. So the form has 5 pages. This is what it will look like. The same questions that are on this form is the same questions that the inspector will ask you when they come do an inspection at your offices. So the first document you'll be required to upload will be your CIPC. You just click on the document and then you open. As soon as the document uploads, you will see it load there. So you can still go back and see the document that you uploaded. The next document that is required is the tax clearance certificate. We do know that SARS does not issue the tax clearance certificate anymore. They issue you with the tax PIN. So on CIRA's side, we're not able to verify the tax PIN. We require that you log into your e-filing and then you do a screenshot of your tax compliance screen, as long as it states that your business is compliant. So the document that we actually require will look like this. This is an example. It will show the name of the business, your trade name if you have one, the registration number of the business as per CIPC, and then your tax reference. We require that all the tabs here are compliant. So if any of the tabs is non-compliant, then we will turn you back to go to SARS and rectify whatever the issue is. So submit a document that says that your business is compliant and that is still valid. The next document will be your business plan for 1 year. It doesn't have to be a long document as long as it's more than 2 pages. You can also submit your business profile instead of the business plan. And then here on the detailed information on infrastructure, that is the CIRA 24 that I showed you, where you'll be asked questions about your office. You will upload it here. And then the suretyship form, I did show you up here as well. That will be the form you downloaded and should be initialed by yourself and the witnesses. You will upload it here as well. The system will give you a guideline of the format of the document that is required, like your PDF, PNG, JPEG, JPG. So the system will guide you on what format we require. Mostly the system won't allow you to upload a Word document. The last document we'll require will be your proof of landline or mobile. If you have a landline, it should be in your name. If it's in the name of your landlord or your wife or brother, they will just need to give you a letter authorizing you to use their landline. And then if you're using your cell phone, we require that it be in your name. It cannot be in the name of your wife, your brother, your boss. It has to be your cell phone. Please note that you don't have to go and apply for a contract phone. You can use your prepaid number. Just go to your network provider, ask them to print you your RICA screen or to draft you a letter or give you a screenshot from their system. That document, as long as it states your name, so ID number, and it also states your cell phone number, then we'll be able to accept it. The cell phone can also be in the name of the business. That is allowed as well. As soon as you've uploaded all the documents, then you will click on save, and then you proceed to the next tab. That will be the management tab. Here we require that you upload the certified ID copies and the CVs of all directors. At this stage of the application, we won't require your managers, your administrators, we won't require them. We just require you as the business owner. So what you will need to do is to put in your registration number, that is your CIRA number. Then you will click on search. So here on the drop down, you'll see that it will give you your full names, your address if it's available on the system, your registration number, the grade that you have, and then the capacity. You will select director if you're a director or member if you're a member. Once you've done that, you will tick that nominated for payment. Then once that is done, and then you will upload your CV and your certified ID. Once those documents are uploaded, then you will click on add. Please note that on the grade, it's very important that you have grade B or grade A or an equivalent grade, because if you have like your grade C, D, E, then the system will not allow you to upload. So have grade B or grade A or an equivalent, then you can be able to add yourself as a director here. Once you are done, then you will save and go to the next screen. That will be your infrastructure. It's the same as the CIRA 24A that you have completed, so you don't have to complete the details. You can just click yes on all the questions because it's the same. You already have your CIRA 24, so you can just tick, 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 and then submit. So you tick yes on all the questions. And then you click on save. Then the last thing that you'll be left with will be your declaration. On the declaration, you declare that you, the undersigned, are authorized to apply on behalf of this business, and you acknowledge that the information that you gave us is true and correct. You'll have the date of application, and then what you will do with your mouse, you will click here for signature, and then you scribble your signature. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as you signed it, and then you can also change the color. It's not important. And then if you're satisfied with the signature, then you can click save. So by the time you reach this stage, please be sure that you have completed all the tabs, because once you click save, the application is gone. And then the last thing is that once you click on save, your status up here will change to submitted for review. So for as long as you have not signed the declaration, then your status will remain in progress. That basically means that on your side you are not done. So if your status is in progress, please do not contact CIRA to inquire about how far your application is, because it's still on your side. As soon as the status changes to submitted for review, then that's when you can start contacting CIRA to inquire about the progress. As soon as you have clicked on save, then a pop-up will come up. Thank you for submitting your application. Our team will be reviewing the application and you will be notified of the status of the application. Then you can click continue to dashboard. Then that is where you will see that your application has been submitted for review. And then on the latest updates as well, it will show you that application submitted successfully for review. So from this point, you can contact CIRA after a week if you don't see any changes on your status. But then please note that it will remain submitted for review, because there are 3 levels of approval on our site. So first, it will be the consultant who will review the application. After the consultant is done, and if all is well, they will approve level 1. Once that is done, it goes to the team leader. That will take another 2 days. Approve the application. If all is well, then when you log into your profile, you'll see it will say level 1 approval, level 2 approval. Then after the team leader, it goes to the registration manager. That will be the final approval. Once it's done, it will say final approval done by the manager, and your status will change to approved. And when you log into your profile, you will see that you will have a CIRA number, and you'll be able to download your certificate.